Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. WWE legend Paul Heyman found himself on the wrong side of the Bloodline 2.0 during the June 28th episode of SmackDown. Fans were anticipating his return during the undisputed WWE title match at SummerSlam 2024, but he was nowhere to be seen. Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa had an intense match under Bloodline rules, ending with a shocking return from Roman Reigns. The head of the table attacked Sikoa, causing him to lose the title in a thrilling conclusion. To everyone's surprise, the wise man was not by his side, even after what he went through at the hands of Sikoa's Bloodline. What were the reasons behind his absence? Here are 3 potential reasons why the veteran manager chose not to appear. 3. Paul Heyman could be collaborating with the mastermind behind Bloodline 2.0, who is none other than The Rock. WWE appears inclined to postpone Paul Heyman's return, reserving it for the future. One conceivable storyline could involve Heyman reuniting with Roman Reigns, only to subsequently betray him. This scenario might culminate in Heyman aligning himself with none other than The Rock. The final boss has been missing since WrestleMania 40, but what if he's been the mastermind behind everything going down with Roman Reigns? During the Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony, Heyman pointed out that Sikoa isn't his tribal chief. Maybe he was talking about The Rock, and they've been scheming together this whole time. 2. He and Roman Reigns haven't been getting along since WrestleMania. During the recent Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony, Paul Heyman refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief. As a result, the enforcer got into a physical altercation with the Wiseman, causing the Bloodline to brutally attack him, which resulted in him being taken away in an ambulance. During the beatdown, he received no assistance from anyone. Not even his most trusted companion came to his aid. A few months ago, he informed Sikoa that he had not communicated with his tribal chief since WrestleMania 40. The absence of the original Bloodline leader may have unsettled him and caused strain in his relationship with his friend. In his absence, he could be contemplating turning against his client. It remains to be seen if Paul Heyman will reconcile with Reigns without any issues, or if he will switch sides and join forces with someone else. 1. Paul Heyman could be looking to make up with Brock Lesnar. Heyman recently dropped a hint about Brock Lesnar's potential return. He shared photos of action figures of him with his former client on his official Instagram account. The story led to speculation regarding the potential return of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was said to be gearing up for a comeback earlier this year, but that did not happen. The Beast Incarnate last wrestled against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam 2023 in a match he lost that night. Ever since then, he hasn't set foot inside the squared circle. Heyman might be looking to distance himself from the Bloodline and could go back to his old ways when he eventually comes back to WWE. The WWE Universe had been abuzz with speculation ever since Roman Reigns formed a new iteration of the Bloodline. The shockwaves reverberated through the industry when Solo Sikoa, once believed to be the powerhouse and enforcer of the faction, was rumored to be the true mastermind behind the Bloodline 2.0. However, a shocking revelation at SummerSlam turned the narrative on its head. The true tribal chief and brains behind the operation was not Solo, but someone even more cunning and influential. This revelation was compounded by the conspicuous absence of Paul Heyman, who had been expected to make a grand return. Here are 3 reasons why Paul Heyman did not return at SummerSlam. The real tribal chief. As SummerSlam reached its climax, Roman Reigns stood victorious in the ring, surrounded by the members of the Bloodline 2.0, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and a returning Naomi. The lights dimmed, and the familiar strains of an entrance theme began to play, but it wasn't Heyman's. To everyone's surprise, out walked Rikishi, the legendary WWE Hall of Famer and father to Jimmy, Jey, and Solo. Rikishi's presence in WWE had always been iconic, but no one had ever suspected that he would take on a role so pivotal. He took the mic, his voice booming through the arena. "You all thought Solo was the mastermind, the true tribal chief. But it was me all along. I have been orchestrating the bloodline's dominance from behind the scenes, teaching my sons the true meaning of family and power." The crowd erupted in a mix of shock and excitement. Rikishi continued, outlining his plan to cement the Anoa'i family legacy in WWE history. "This family has always been about legacy. I've watched my sons and nephew climb to the top, and now it's time for us to take over completely. This is our time, our era. The Bloodline 2.0 will reign supreme because I've ensured that we are stronger and more united than ever." Reason 1. Paul Heyman's loyalty. Question: One of the reasons Paul Heyman did not return at SummerSlam was due to questions surrounding his loyalty. Despite his long history with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, whispers backstage hinted at Heyman's divided allegiances. It was rumored that Heyman had been in talks with other superstars, possibly setting up future alliances that didn't align with Rikishi's vision for the Bloodline. Heyman's absence was a strategic move by Rikishi, ensuring that only those with unwavering loyalty to the family's cause would be present at this pivotal moment. By keeping Heyman out of the picture, Rikishi could solidify his control and eliminate any potential threats to his newfound authority. Reason 2. Heyman's contractual disputes behind the scenes. There were also reports of contractual disputes between Heyman and WWE management. Negotiations had stalled, with Heyman demanding more creative control and a higher pay grade in light of his contributions to Roman Reigns' success. WWE, on the other hand, was hesitant to grant these demands amidst their new storyline directions and budgetary constraints. With these unresolved issues, Heyman's return at SummerSlam was postponed. WWE wanted to ensure that all contractual matters were settled before bringing back someone as influential as Heyman. This delay allowed Rikishi to step into the spotlight and reveal his true role without the overshadowing presence of the veteran manager. Reason 3. A strategic move by Rikishi. The final reason for Heyman's absence ties directly into Rikishi's strategy. By keeping Heyman out of SummerSlam, Rikishi ensured that all eyes would be on him and his declaration as the true tribal chief. This moment was meticulously planned to shift the focus entirely onto the Bloodline's new direction under his leadership. Rikishi understood the significance of this revelation and wanted to control the narrative without any distractions. Heyman's return would have undoubtedly garnered significant attention, potentially diluting the impact of Rikishi's announcement. By sidelining Heyman, Rikishi was able to command the spotlight and firmly establish his authority within the Bloodline 2.0. The aftermath in the weeks following SummerSlam, the Bloodline 2.0 solidified their dominance under Rikishi's leadership. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy, and Jey Uso continued their reign of terror, winning matches and dismantling rivals with ruthless efficiency. Naomi's return added a new dynamic to the group as she brought her own brand of athleticism and charisma. Paul Heyman, meanwhile, remained conspicuously absent from WWE programming. Speculation about his future ran rampant, with fans and pundits alike wondering if he would eventually reconcile with the Bloodline or if his time with the faction had come to an end. Heyman's absence only added to the mystique and intrigue surrounding the Bloodline's new era. Rikishi's role as the mastermind and true tribal chief brought a fresh and unexpected twist to WWE storytelling. His presence added a layer of legitimacy and history to the Bloodline 2.0, reinforcing the idea that this faction was built on legacy and family ties. With Rikishi at the helm, the Bloodline was poised to reach even greater heights, solidifying their place as one of the most dominant factions in WWE history. As the WWE Universe adjusted to this new reality, one thing was certain: the Bloodline 2.0, under Rikishi's leadership, was a force to be reckoned with. And while Paul Heyman's return remained uncertain, the impact of Rikishi's revelation would be felt for years to come.